Yo, we are here. We got my guest right here, this motherfucker right here, Alonso, AVLution. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? Good morning. Good morning. Thank
Good
you
morning.
for having me, bro.
I know.
Appreciate it.
Usually we do this at night, so
Yeah,
it's, but great workout today.
Usually I'm asleep at night. That's why, I made you schedule me in during the morning. So,
You're special.
you know what I'm saying? You know what? You made me feel special. We're making it happen. So, you know what I mean?
Hey.
But no,
all
for
my
sure.
guests is straight up at 9 o'clock, like 6 p.m., 7 p.m.
You're a night owl, bro. You're a night owl.
And then we're just like, you know what? Let's just close shop, and then just have him as a guest.
You know what I'm saying?
Just for him.
That's it. That's it.
I was we had to work out this morning, so I was like, all right, I need to get out of here because, I need to get back to the shop, get everything ready, make sure when he gets here, it's ready, good to go.
So let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this. Did you go home and shower?
I did.
Lie, bro.
I did.
No.
Jumped in, freaking got out. Dude, like Superman.
Okay.
Get mad love, man.
No, hey. So I mean, I had to go home. I live close to the gym, so I had to go home, eat real quick, and then I didn't even change. Look, I put my sandals on.
Oh, that's good.
You know
No, I live down the street.
Here, okay, good.
Yeah, so it worked out. But it's cool because we did a podcast last night. Shout out to DJ Dynamics coming through. So it was pretty fast. It was just plug and play. We just switched the cards and then,
Is he local? Where's he from?
No, he's, I think, from West Covina area or Azusa area.
Yeah.
It's a little far drive, but, I have good friends that in the industry that, kind of take their time out to come visit and do the podcast with us.
So how does that work, bro? As in the DJ entertainment era, like, how do you guys help each other out?
So right now, I mean, it's all...
Or is it competition or what? I'm sorry to cut you off, but like, how is it?
That is what it was from back in the days. We started as a competition. For me, I was a competition DJ. That was my background. I just wanted to kick everyone's ass.
You want to battle?
I didn't want to do any radio. Didn't know I didn't know anything about house parties. I just because when I saw turntables first time, it was scratching, and that's all I knew, right? And entering these competition years after years, you become friends with these guys, become like allies, and then you grow up, and then like he's having a kid now. We share advice, or I give him advice a little bit on how what I did when I as a DJ, manage my schedule, growing, taking care of a kid. But this is a lot of DJ friends. We used to compete. We used to see each other at clubs, parties. But that was our life. That was our lifestyle. But we help each other out. Before, obviously, it was like cutthroat, like, fuck you. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
But in the battle, in a competition level.
Not like stealing gigs or anything, or.
That's another story.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants a piece of pie of the money. But
it's interesting because you know what? Watch our stories as we continue talking. Watch, you're gonna see how similar something that you explained versus the workout industry, and the training, the personal training, and the being of a coach and so on, kind of coexist. You know what I'm saying? Watch,
right.
They're gonna be similar. You'll see. So everybody, you guys will see.
Right. So just a little background. I mean, I met you through one of my gym classes that I did before you were a gym owner.
Yeah.
So congratulations on your new spot.
Yes,
so
thank you. Thank you.
Just so people know, who is Alonso as far as trainer, and how did you get into training, or did you compete? Or how did you get into all this?
So let's rewind. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's that lady. It's that woman over there behind the scenes right there. So no, and yes, we'll definitely touch on that. So let's rewind. How does that sound? Like back.
Yeah,
you know
I'll add that effect.
Oh no. I thought that was good.
Oh,
so
that was
hey,
good.
check it out. So since I was small, I've always been as far as athletic, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
in sports, whether it be baseball, football, anything. I was very competitive at recess during school and shit, right? So
did you join a sport, or you just played these sports like just for fun?
you know what? Yes, I was actually organized sports.
Okay.
Sports, yeah. So baseball, football, more football.
Okay.
And it was more not by choice. I'm gonna say more by my mom. She raised me as a single parent. So to this day, you told me like I was gonna hit, and I hit it.
That's cool.
So till this day, I'm gonna say that the reason why she put me into sports is because she wanted to keep me off the streets.
Were you
She
a
was-
wild kid or something?
No. Well, yeah, I was. Yeah, troublemaker, right? I mean, who isn't? But what I'm saying is, she was so busy at work all the time.
Uh-huh.
She won, and you know, I didn't have any siblings. It was just me and her. So she just wanted to keep me busy and off the streets.
Right.
So I believe her out was going to be, you know, by keeping me occupied into sports.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna lie, man. My first week in football, it was shitty, bro. I remember to this day, I'd come home crying. I'd make excuses.
What grade
the next
was this?
day. 6 years old.
6 years old.
6 years old, and I was
Wow.
playing with 7-year-old kids, and it sucked.
Oh,
It
shit.
sucked, bro. They were hitting so hard, and I was being like, it was not good. I was being like a little girl, man.
Well, this is before like finding out, about concussion and all that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, for sure.
So back then it was hardcore, like it was okay to hit.
Man, and yeah, so you had those old school coaches that
Yeah.
was like, man, you get hit, get the fuck up, and you know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, so it started off there, and you know what? How that woman did it to keep me, well, it was my stepdad too, how they kept me going back.
Uh-huh.
Till this day, I don't understand. But anyways, I went through it, and the second year was just total different, like 100 times complete opposite.
Right.
I fell in love with the sport, and it took off from there.
Did you even make it the first year, or they
Yeah.
cut you?
No, I made it.
Oh, you made it?
No, you pay and you
Oh,
play.
okay,
and
okay.
I didn't play much, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was more like that dummy bag that you hold and
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Yeah. But no, so yeah, I don't know how I made it through, but anyways, I did make it through. The second year again was just complete different. I was playing. They kind of held me back in that division.
Yeah.
So I played that second year in that same division. So I was playing with kids now my size, my age. And maybe because I saw that they were the same age or the same height, I was maybe not intimidated. Maybe I don't know, but it went really well, and
That's
it took off from there. So and then from there it just it went on. I ended up developing, or not developing, but I ended up inheriting, I should say, a nickname, Batman.
Batman.
Did you know that? Batman.
What?
Yes, Batman. So if my boy Louis Castillo, if you out there, and my old school coach, his dad, they raised me when my mom wasn't there. They would pick me up.
Uh-huh.
So you got to listen to this. I'm gonna send it to you. Special shout outs to them and their family. I mean, they always like they brought me in like as their kid. Anyways, it was them and coach. Gosh, I can't remember his name. Not Dan Bigham, but there was another coach. Chewing tobacco. Gum.
Fuck.
Yeah, look at this guy, man. He just swings out his arms, and he don't give a shit. And he just tackles. And anyways, so that's how I inherited that nickname, Batman.
I thought you came in one day with your spandex or
No,
something.
oh, stop, no.
With a
come on,
fucking
bro.
cape at 7 years old.
That's how I felt. So anyways, from 7 all the way on till even high school. And so I played in Santa Fe Springs, Pop Warner.
Okay.
And
What position
as
were
you got
you?
older? So I played a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Offense, actually a lot of defense, a lot of DB, defensive cornerback, safety. They put me up on the line, anywhere.
Wow.
I love the contact sport. And anyways, all the way going up through, elementary, you got kids from Santa Fe High School, Pioneer High School, Whittier, and then Norwalk, right? And then some people went to Glenn. So if people that are local listening, you guys already know the high schools, right? So as we departed from junior high into high school, well, there's no more Pop Warner, right? You go into high school. Well, that nickname Batman stuck with me. So when we'd hit rival schools, we'd be shaking hands. We'd always get our ass kicked. Norwalk always get their ass kicked. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We'd always get our ass kicked. But you know what I mean? It became more of an individual sport for me. Like I needed to get my licks in, right?
Yeah.
And
Shit.
so at the end of the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd get my props, and all you hear is just like, hey, good job, Batman. So still, at high
feels
school,
good, yeah.
they're still calling me by that nickname, Batman, and it was all good. You know what I'm saying? It's just
That's
that
dope.
level of
That's
respect. So we stopped. I stopped playing football at my senior year. I tried to play a little bit of JC. It didn't happen. I think I was more intimidated. I like to make the excuse of, you know what, my wife got
Yeah.
pregnant with, you know, with our oldest daughter, and I had to work, you know. But no, it wasn't that.
Right.
And that I didn't like school, so it wasn't gonna happen.
So after football, was there a period of time where, obviously, I'm sure you were still athletic and active, but how did you get into like, you know, like, wow, this is my
The working
niche.
out.
Like, this is, you know, did you compete first, or did you just stumble upon
Good question. So no, total opposite, bro.
Uh-huh.
Drugs and alcohol were always in my background.
Oh, shit.
Always,
Okay.
always.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Since the age of, I'm gonna say, I had my first beer with my family.
Uh-huh.
My uncle's looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, in front of my mom at age of 13, popped open a beer. I thought I was badass. No, yeah, and to this day, you know, it's total disrespect. Thinking, you know, what the fuck was I thinking? But anyways, alcohol and drugs always played a role in my life. And so right after high school, I entered the workforce, working, not working out yet. Still being involved. We were played co-ed softball with my wife and I and her family and her uncles. So
at
competing, right?
Right. So at this time, you weren't even taking care of your body at all.
Not at all.
You were
Not
just
at all.
like,
just
you know, work, eat, play, drink,
drink,
whatever.
whatever it was. I always had physical jobs,
Uh-huh.
you know, warehouse,
Yeah.
Packaging, lifting boxes, you know, this and that.
Oh yeah,
right?
dude. My buddy does that. Fucking. There's no AC during the summer.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes in there's 120.
Yes.
You know, it's still fucking working.
Yep.
So
you know, I mean, I was in the best shape, obviously not close nearly the best shape of my life, but you know, keeping some pounds off or whatever, but definitely packed on some pounds during those years. So I ran through a period of, I'm going to say about a bad 5 years. Got addicted to meth.
Okay.
You know, by default, definitely alcohol. And then obviously, you know, you got to get woken up, a little picker upper, and then that's where the meth came in.
You know what? I mean, is like to get to that level, was that something that you were just going through into life and then you stumbled upon it, or you just wanted to try it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, some people find ways to get out of something, you know, and, you know, they go, I'm going to try drinking, and, you know, and then it leads up to something. But there are some people that go, you know, like, I'm just going to try it. And then they get hooked. Like, fuck.
Well, shit, man.
You know?
I tried it at 13 and I liked it. So I don't know if I got hooked then. You know what I mean? And it was always off and on, but there was always a reason. There was always a reason to not get completely hooked and say fuck it to everything. So obviously, I'm going to say, you know, between the ages of 13 and 18 was football. I'm not going to lie. Football was my life. I had to play football. Right. So that's what kept me in school. That's what kept me going back to school. Although I was heavily, again, into, I'm going to say during those, I was heavily into drugs, obviously weed and meth during those years.
Yeah.
Bad. The alcohol didn't start till after, you know what, the age of 20 and on. Now,
that's about the age range, even for my community. You know, we don't talk about it. And, you know, talking to my buddy yesterday, dynamics, it's shit that, you know, obviously no one wants to talk about, but needs to be talked about, you know, because it leads into depression. If you don't take care of yourself, you don't find that outlet of reaching out, people get stuck in that bubble. And, anxiety, depression, more drugs, more alcohol, whatever it is, you know, but man, I'm glad that you're sharing this. You know?
Absolutely. It's at the beginning of my sobriety, I mean, and I've fallen off three times. It wasn't easy. Yeah. You know, I cleaned up, thought it was, you know, after that whole between 20 to 25 years old, it was bad. We checked myself into a rehab. I went away for about 2 months. Thought I was clean and good and gone. And I basically white knuckled it after that. And that lasted a horrible 5 years. Horrible. And when I say horrible, it was bad. I was, because I was in misery, because I was so pissed off that I couldn't have a drink. I was blaming my family. It was their fucking fault that I couldn't have a drink. Yeah.
Shit.
It was their fucking fault. It wasn't my fault. What the fuck? Right? I'm not the one with the problem. They're the ones with the problem.
You know, I relate with you because you know, I'm seeing a therapist, and when the first day I saw her, she's, she asked questions about, do you drink? Do you smoke? I'm like, yeah, I drink, I smoke. I only drink. I'm trying to like kind of lying a little bit, like, yeah, I only drink when I go out, things like that. And automatic, she was like, you're alcoholic. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you're alcoholic. Like, I was like, no, I only drink, but I was drinking almost every day. I was going through some shit too, right? So she goes, if you really want help and you come back here and you drink and you sober up, you come back here again, it repeats, I can't help. She goes, I can't help you. No one can help you. First step is you need to stop drinking. And at that time, I really wanted help. This was a year ago. So I stopped drinking. I still have my Coors Light in my fridge over a year ago.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll have a drink here and there, but coming from drinking almost every day, maybe getting plastered once a week, like blackout, drinking anything, hard beer, whatever. I would just drink, smoke. Even like when I would work out, I would sometimes be fucked up, and I would have the best workouts when I'm hungover. But anyways, I could relate because throughout the process of meeting, sitting with my therapist, I was antsy. I was like, fuck, I can't have a drink.
Yeah.
Short-tempered.
Yep.
Like, I was in her office, like,
Yes.
fucking short-tempered, even with, people. But what I did, though, was, because I really wanted to help myself, like, I even refrained from going out. So, like, when my friends during the weekend would go, oh, we're having a barbecue, we're meeting at the bar, I would just stay home.
You kind of isolated yourself.
Yeah, because I knew I was going to drink. I knew the temptation of the drinks would be there.
But I bet that didn't help either. It kind of brought you down just a little bit, right? Being isolated.
Well, it did because you're fighting loneliness at that point.
Yeah.
But you do wake up feeling better each day because you're surpassed that.
Okay.
Like, oh, yeah, I didn't even go out. I'm gonna hit the gym in the morning.
Yeah.
You feel good. That's like that psych thing that kind of like motivates you.
That and having extra cash in your pocket too, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, no, I feel you as far as like having that temper change. Blaming people and not taking account of yourself.
Yeah, man. So that was So that happened after the first time I tried to sober up, right? And after that, I ended up relapsing, and I hit it hard. I went on for a binge of probably 3 years. 3 years. But this time, I lied. Well, I mean, I lied. I'm just a liar, bro. You know what I'm saying? I lied. I lied through it, and I wasn't playing. I thought I was playing, my wife for a fool. She knew all along, but she only can take my word for it.
Right.
I would hide shit. I would hide it, and I was functional. This time around, I went heavy, bro. I had built from when my sobriety. I started my first sobriety from the ages of 25 to 28, 29, whatever. I was hustling. I was working really hard. And that I was doing. I was working nights, pulling orders, warehouse, this and that, working in a freezer. Well, I worked myself up to kind of like a management level type, if you will. I went through the ranks in this company called Multi Foods, which then became Vistar, which then became Roma Foods, which then became Performance Food Groups. I spent 14 years in that company.
Wow, they're big right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big company. They service Subway, Round Table, Wiener Schnitzels, Habit Burger. We just service all of them.
Right.
So for me, pulling orders in the freezer, loading them into trucks, I started dispatching trucks and becoming kind of like a manager, if you will, of 90 drivers.
But it felt good having that responsibility,
yes,
right?
So check it out. So at that point, I spent about a good year sober type, if you will.
Right.
And then that's when I just, I hit it hard with the alcohol and the meth. And every day, bro, I'm not going to lie, I don't know how I did it for 3 years. Every day I was drinking. I think I was drinking at least, and I'm not going to lie, a case of beer.
Wow.
A case of beer, 24 fucking beers. And I was still functioning, driving to work, driving back, working, doing what I had to do, and still doing, and this is a bad part, I'm almost embarrassed to say it, driving my kids like to practices and shit. Yeah. So that's where the meth would come in, you know what I'm saying?
So again, like now you look back at that, would you say you just needed that just to get by the day, or you need it because you were personally going through some shit, Like you were just feeling bad about yourself, like fuck, I could have been this, I could have been a football player, I could have been, whatever it is,
No.
Because that's pretty heavy, man.
You know what?
You're saying every day.
Every day.
Wow.
Every day for 3 years. I'm not going to lie.
That's fucking
I'm not
nuts.
going to lie. And it was a lot of, gosh, I don't even know if I should say, but it was just a lot. It's almost like embezzlement, stealing, because we were paying the rent. I'm not the rent. We were paying the rent, the mortgage. Right. We were paying our bills. We never fell behind. How I was doing it, I was always hustling on the side. I would hustle a lot of fireworks and shit. When that time came around, I was really big on fireworks, and then which is leading up to a story. No, I'm not gonna say I was running from something. I think you know what, to this day, bro. I'm not gonna lie. To this day, I love beer. I mean, to fucking like crack open a fucking cold one, like
yeah. Do you have a beer?
I thought it was gonna guess.
Do you have a beer here and there?
No. But a beer, no.
This is what I had to drink.
A beer, no.
Sparkling water.
Yeah.
When I stopped drinking last year,
yeah.
I bought like cases after cases of sparkling water.
You needed that
bubble, that sensation.
Yeah.
Duels didn't work either, but
you know what? I never went that route. I don't know. I never went that route. And so I'm gonna say it's that feeling, bro. You get buzzed and shit, and then or like to the point where you're drunk, and then for those people that know what I'm talking about, you guys exactly know what I'm talking about right now. How I'm gonna explain it is, you're fucking deep into the alcohol. You're feeling a certain way, and then that's where the meth comes in. Whether you're smoking it or fucking gonna snort it, oh my god, bro, it's a feeling. And right now I'm just like, oh wow. But you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be real with myself.
Right.
Whether kind of like disgusts my wife or whether it kind of angers her or whatever, but I've shared with her, like I have to be real with myself like that, or to other people, and explain so that I can relate not to them or anybody else but I can relate to myself and be honest with myself. You know what I'm saying?
But you're showing so much positivity that it helps people, even if they're not reaching that level.
And that's what my wife says. That's what my wife says.
Yeah, like even if they don't reach that level, what you did, but even if it's a little bit, and they know that you went through shit and you got out of it.
Yeah.
And you're touching more people's life because now you have a gym, things like that. That's deep, man.
You know what? And I get lost in it. Sometimes my wife says I don't share it enough. No, for real. She says you don't share it enough. Your story will definitely touch people, and just like you explained right now I'm impacting lives in a different way. Right. You know what? Yes, I am. Sometimes I lose sight of that because now it's like more of a business, and we want to just keep that running. What can we do next? How can we not evolve, but evolve, right? Evolve. Yeah, you guys like that, right? Evolve this situation into a bigger thing, into a bigger storm to impact more people.
Yeah, I mean, because when you're, I'm assuming that, or not assuming, probably is that when people are doing that type of shit, they're just, life is ending. Like that's what they're thinking, like there's nothing more for me here, but then just to like try to take on all these fucking drugs and drink and they still work, they do that, but inside they're hiding that feeling of like emptiness and fuck the world kind of thing, and something obviously for you woke up one day and said fuck, there's more to it in life.
Well, that day leads to 2011 4th of July, and so that's when the run ended, and this was bouncing back for my third relapse already, and telling her that I had it under control. I can have a beer here, there, this and that, and she was just like, "What could she say, right? And she obviously I'm talking about my wife, and what could she say? She's just like, okay, she's just got to take my word for fucking for the benefit again, right? Again, and so. This time, bad situation. We were at my sister-in-law's house, and again, we were heavy. Well, I was heavy into, both the alcohol and the meth. I was like on one bad, and I had an arsenal, arsenal of fireworks, bro. Well, I
could already imagine the story,
bro. We had an arsenal. So this old block, Maidstone in Norwalk. The year before, we had like a, kind of like a little competition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And these dudes kind of like, we fell short. We fell short that one year. We fell short. These motherfuckers, they kept popping shit off. And I was like, damn. I was like, never again, right? So we came back. Well, I thought I came back strong. I had people were looking out. We were unloading my car and people were just looking at me like, what the fuck? Like, what's going to happen here? And I was like, I'm telling you guys, it's on. Like, firework cakes, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have fuck artillery shots. Fuck the single. It was nothing but cakes, bro. Cakes after cakes after cakes after cakes after cakes after cakes, bro. And I never got to light them, bro. So
what?
Because I was so fucked up. I mean, I was on one. I was drunk. I was high. I was just on one, man. And so there was just so much smoke. It was just so much smoke during on the street. And my brother-in-law was walking towards the house. I'm walking towards the street, and he's like, Go back, the cops or whatever. And I'm like, huh? Well, yeah, whatever, man. I didn't hear him. And I fucking light a cake right there. Fucking cops like 20 yards away from us. Pow, pow, boom, 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 pow, pow. And I'm just like, yeah. And he just fucking rolls up. I'm like, oh shit, the cops. And he's like, whose house is this? He's like, whose house? I'm like, I don't know. Whose fireworks are those? I don't know. And so, he starts fucking asking people. He throws me in. So obviously, I'm holding my shit in my pocket. Long story short, they take me in. And so for those that don't know, 4th of July is my wife's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was a big old gathering for her there. A lot of people there, a lot of family there, kids there. And so they see me.
That's a total embarrassment.
Yeah. I don't know if I was embarrassed. I think they were probably my wife was more embarrassed than I was. I was more like, fuck. Like, this is just like what you said. Like, now it hit me. This is it. Well, and so I got taken in, whatever, and this and that. I got bailed out, whatever. But before I got bailed out, she sat across, that window. And she basically, had that look in her face already. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's done.
I hadn't seen that look like in a while. We've been with each other, for a long time. Okay. Going on 25 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Strong.
I know that look when it's fucking business, right? And she had that look, and I'm like, okay. So what do you got when you're locked up? You ain't got nothing but time, right? So all kinds of shit started, running through my head. I get out, and
how long were you in there?
It was just a couple days.
Couple days.
Not
right here,
days.
Lakewood.
Norwalk, yeah. Couple days. I get out, whatever, and then she this time she expresses it. She says it. And I was just like, okay. It just hit me.
Right.
And there was no words basically to say. It was just I gotta put up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put up. I couldn't really say anything. My words didn't mean shit at that point. So that's when 2011 we turned it around. We turned it around. And
what was the first step? What would you say?
I'm gonna say accepting and admitting my faults.
That's fucking important.
My faults.
Yeah.
Nobody else's faults.
Yeah.
Mine. Totally mine. I did this. I put us here. I put myself here, and then I put us in this situation. And a lot of rebuilding.
But that urge of relapsing, because you can't just like turn it off like that.
No.
So obviously you had to find an outlet of
yes.
To kind of like keep your mind, your psyche to be like, all right, I'm gonna do something else.
Good, and that's a good point. So a lot of people turn to AA, right?
Right.
A lot of people turn, I did a little bit of the AA. I didn't do the 12 steps, and I'm not saying they don't work. People, they live by it. They live by that concept, and hey, total respect to them. I just went to AA. I didn't follow the 12 steps. I did kind of my own thing. I did the AA meetings on a weekly basis every week. I'm going to say I'm going to say about like 3 months or so, if not longer. But every I found a home right here in Norwalk.
Yeah.
And
Is it by the church?
Yeah, that what is it? That carniceria by the Norwalk complex.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'd go there, old school meeting.
I used to drop off people there. Not to say that I went.
Hey, whatever works, man. And so I'd hit those meetings, but then also it was a combination of I got heavily into church too. So it was more of a spiritual thing.
Man.
It was a little spiritual and a combination. That's what kind of helped me kind of build that foundation. And then I began running. I love running. So for those that truly, truly know me, I love running. So obviously I'm an athletic, football, this and that, but I first started this whole fitness deal by running.
No, running is the shit, dude.
By running. I'd get lost. I'd get lost out there, and I started off with, a mile, 2 miles, 3. I would start running 4 to 5 miles 3 times a week, if not more. And on the weekends, I up to 13 miles.
Wow.
And I just run from fucking Norwalk, Santa Fe Springs, Artesia, all the way around to like Gar High School, all the way back around. Yeah, I was just like, I'd take off for like 2 hours.
Damn.
Running. Clearing my mind. Peace. So that was on my side.
Because you get that runner's high.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was running too. Like when I started, before I was doing working out, I started with P90.
Where would you run to though? Like around the block?
No, but my stamina was bad. I used to run a mile without stopping, right? And then then I gained a lot of weight. I was like, I think my lowest was at one point at high school was 160. When and then later, 10 years later or something like that, I got to like 205, 210, like really big, like pretty big.
Yeah.
And I couldn't run, couldn't fucking do shit. I thought I was skinny in my head. I thought I was strong. But, when you start putting that, because you put that DVD in, you try to do it, you're like, damn, I'm already winded after 10 minutes or less.
So when you got up to 210, how did you feel? Was there at any point, did it hurt when you were tying your shoe?
Yeah. I had to kind of like put my leg
to the side, right?
To the side, like a fucking.
So the reason I asked, obviously before I started running and I was going through my my rehab and rehabbing myself this time. Actually, no, we went through I forgot what they're called. The not in-house rehab, but out-house kind of type. You check in, you check out, daily. So we did that our last time. Anyways, but before I started the running stuff, I was doing the AA and the spiritual stuff, this and that, and going to church. And then slowly, obviously the weight just crept up on me like
for
fast,
sure.
Right? And I remember, and the reason I asked you, did it hurt? This is what decided, okay, I gotta become active now. Now I'm not, I can't stay skinny. The meth would kind of like keep a little bit of pounds off, not too much, but the beer was kind of like, so it was like a balance, right? So I was tying my shoe one day in the bedroom. And I kind of made this, and I was like, and I was like, oh, this hurts.
Yeah.
And I was telling my wife, I was like, fuck, it hurts. Like it hurt. And I till this day, I don't forget that feeling. And I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, man. And I mean, I wasn't I didn't do no gym. I wasn't working out. I think I had a pair, and I still have them. The pair of 25-pound dumbbells. I had them in the garage.
Wow.
I had a bench. Which we still have in there. Anyways, so I just, whatever, man. I do like 3 sets of 10 curls, put them down, do push-ups, and then fucking take off for a run and come back and I'd be like,
damn.
That's how it started, bro. That's how it started. And gradually it started increasing. I started running longer. And 2012, we ended up getting a dog. Our dog, his name is Guardian, German Shepherd. He looks like one of those cop German Shepherds, right? Black, two-tone, and we got him as a baby, as a pup, and I take off with him running, and it was just me and him. 2012, it was just boom, 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 boom. During that time, Denise started working out at your old stomping grounds, SUF, right? And she'd come home like pumped. Oh, babe, man. Oh, man, this workout's so good. Oh, you should come try it, this and that. They have circuit stations. They have, it's just like high intensity and blah, blah, blah. And, and you know what? And then, so at that time, I built myself up for running 4 to 5 miles. Okay. So she comes home and 4 to 5 miles, I think I'm a badass.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I'm a marathon runner, man. Shit. fuck anybody up in a race.
Exactly.
And she comes home, she's like, oh, this and that, blah, blah. And then, you know what they made us do at the end? They made us run around a parking lot.
You're like, what the fuck?
I'm looking at a parking lot, huh? All right. Okay. Fucking parking. And I'm whispering under my fucking parking. I'm like, motherfucker, I just ran 4 or 5 miles.
That's
nigga.
why I ran all the way to Gar High School.
You know what I'm saying?
And came back.
Shit. Fucking parking lot my ass. You know what I'm saying? So 6 months, guy, and some of our clients, they know this story, but 6 months. It took her 6 months to convince me to go work out at SUF.
Wow. And before SUF, you were just doing
that.
Your
it
shit.
was just running.
Garage run.
Just running. Oh,
go to work.
Right before SUF, I find out that's when the insanity, the first insanity, came out. What's homeboy's name? Sean T.
Sean T.
Sean T ain't got shit on me because it's Lonzo V.
There you go.
Hey. He had me yelling at the fucking TV like that. First day. So rewind real quick. I find out my wife and my daughter buy this insanity program, and I find out how much it costs. For some reason, I don't know why $84 or $96 sticks in my head. I don't know why, but I end up finding out how much it costs. And I was like, what? And they did it one time. One fucking time. I find out how much it costs. Fuck that. Somebody's doing this, motherfucker. I end up popping that shit, and I do it.
Oh, shit.
Ron. God. Oh, my God. First day, bro. I'm fucking... And the first day is like an intro. It's a warm-up. Kind of like an assessment warm-up.
I have that shit, yeah.
I think it's 5 or 10 minutes. Bro, I was fucking in the bathroom yakking, and I'm on the living room floor like this. And I'm out. And I remember my wife and my daughter walking out just laughing at me. And I'm like, fuck, this sucks,
there
bro.
There you go. Sean T.
Hey. After that, I was like, took it as a challenge. I'm like, fuck this. Boom, 90 days. Because obviously Insanity was the 90 days. The very first program that he brought out. Boom, I completed that bitch. Boom, and I had fucking all pumped up every day. Just fucking right there in the den.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Brought myself some protein from GNC. I was fucking pumped. I'm thinking I'm ripped and this and that while she's doing SUF, lifting weights and doing all that bullshit, right? And I'm just like, yeah, no, you don't need that shit. Look, you're fucking spending $100. Oh, fuck that, man.
Fuck that.
A month? Oh, man, this is free right here. This and that. You don't need that shit. 6 months later, that's when she gets me in, right? Man, and David Romero, for all those that know him. David Romero was the first trainer. Yeah, Dave. He was giving out the class, and I go in there, kind of like humble, but yet, Mr. Badass attitude, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking boot camp, whatever, man. This and that, right? Yeah. I was like, whatever. And that's it, man. That's all she wrote. I was hooked after that, signed on for the 3 weeks. I believe they still have that, a 3-week promo or whatever, right? Your introductory program or whatnot. And that's history, man. I mean, other than that.
So, I mean, just to backtrack a little bit, sounds like that was like a matter of like maybe 7 to 9 months from the time that you went to jail or 4th of July or whatnot. So within that process.
No.
Or was
we're
it
talking,
longer?
yeah.
For years.
2011, 2012, like, gosh, bro, no. Almost a year and a half.
About a year and a half.
So, yeah, that whole AA, spiritual, going to church and, gaining weight and all that took several months.
So what I'm saying is running was the key. Like for you.
What started
so
that
to kind of get that, that feeling, that urge of
working out.
Yes. Working out.
Yes. So, no, I'm going to say, you're right. About 7 to 9 months after that, I got busted.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I've been watching, and I do, obviously I'm all into watching like podcasts and anything that's health related topics. they say, a lot of them say working out is the key.
I don't know if it's the key. It's definitely an outlet.
Yeah.
It's definitely an
It's
outlet.
a lifestyle, of course.
You know what though? And an addict, alcoholic or a drug addict, any addict can relate to what I'm about to say right now. What I did, and I got to stay true to this. I replaced one addiction for another.
Right.
That's exactly what I did. And we went through it, bro. We went through it. We went through it.
She's strong, man.
No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I give it up to her.
They don't build them like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
They don't.
Lucky.
They don't. No, I'm blessed.
Blessed.
Blessed. A lot of little things that we don't see or we don't hear.
Right.
You know, from where we're at now, behind the scenes. So,
Yeah.
just wanted to say that. So, what I'm saying is, replacing one addiction for another, and we went through it because I have a red light and a green light type mentality. There's no yellow light.
Right.
And so when I began this whole workout deal, it was like full force. Boom.
So you went to that class at SUF. You were there you were working out as a payee till
Client.
And then how long did it take you, or, to say, hey, like, you're qualified to be a coach, or you want to coach, or?
Took us about 9 months or so.
Wow.
Yeah. 9 months or so. Yeah. I started in August of 2013 there. August of 2013. Yeah. SEO has been in business a long time.
Right.
So, August of 2013. And that's when my career, my business career at Performance came to an end of March 2014.
Let you go.
Yes. It was devastating. That's all I knew.
Right.
That's all. 14 years, bro. I thought I was gonna I guess retire there. I don't know. It was going, but
that's 14 years, man.
Dude, it was. It was devastating. So
what is it when you retire? Like 20 years at least? Like you stay in a company or
something like that?
Something like that, right?
25, something like that.
Fuck.
But man,
you're halfway there.
So, when that's all I knew as a kid. I mean, shit, through my 20s and I was like in my young 30s at that time, mid 30s. Anyways, let me go, and March. So I ended up finding myself at the gym at SUF night and day. So I'd pull up like doubles.
Really?
Yeah. So I'd go in the morning, wake up in the morning, work out, go home, kind of like look for a job or whatever, right? And then go back, work out, this and that. I ended up landing a gig in 2 months. Real good gig, actually.
Doing what?
Same thing, dispatcher, supervisor for Lakin Tires. Lakin. Awesome company.
Oh, wow.
Awesome company right there. It's actually right across the street from our gym, AVLution, on the other side of Carmenita.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was super close to the house too. Yeah. It was, the hours were perfect from 4 a.m, which I get up right now at 4 a.m, because these crazy people want to train, till 12 noon.
Wow.
It was cake, bro. My day ended at fucking 12:30. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I had a schedule like that before. Love it.
Yeah. So anyways, before I ended up signing it, because it was a contract and this and that, I had a job hunter kind of like landed that job for me, right? And so before I landed that gig, Sonia and Michael, I approached them. It was funny. I approached them. I was like, and I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, should I ask them, if they need help or whatever, this and that. I'm always hearing this and that. So here I'm like 70% into the whole nutrition, having no idea, right? Just working out. That's all I knew, is just working out. And because I've been athletic, I've always had that form, whether it be on a deadlift, squat, power clean, snatches, and any exercise. I just have, it's naturally, and I don't say that, to boast, that it comes natural to me, right?
Right.
I need to tweak it here and there, definitely, or practice it, definitely, or be safe, this and that. But I always had that good form. So anyways, I found myself in a good position to ask, hey, do you guys need help around the gym? And they kind of looked at each other. They looked at me. They're all like, how ironic is it? We were just about to ask you if you'd be interested in becoming a trainer.
Oh, wow.
Or a coach. Yeah. And I was like, whoa. I was like, really? And I told her, because they, for those that don't know, Michael used to have like posters of trainers, like cartoon posters, right? And kind of had like a description. I thought that was so fucking cool, right? I still have mine, by the way, kind of like dusty in the garage. But anyways, I told her, I was like, I want to be on that wall. Remember that?
That's dope.
I told her. This was way before.
See, if you let it out to the universe, if you ask, you shall receive.
So, listen, bro, you got to speak it. You got to believe it in order to receive it, baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But when you say that, you can't just say that.
No.
You got to mean that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to own that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, yeah, I just told her, I go, I want to be on that wall, man. I was like, I don't know how serious I was.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to be on that wall. Like, that was my goal, to be on that wall, thinking it was going to fucking pay me $1 million or something,
no,
right?
There's something called The Secret, and they said have a dream board. And, your dream board, you just put, anything that you wish or want to have.
Hey, bro, you know what? A lot of successful people do that shit.
Yeah.
Man. A lot of successful entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
They do that. I do hear them do that.
It's crazy because for me, I always was into off-roading, but I never, can't afford a car, like an off-roading car. I always wanted a store for my DJ equipment, but always had this for like every year. I would say, I'm going to get a store, but I want a store. I want a store. I don't want a storage, but I want a store. I want to go off-roading, but I don't have a car. I'm going to go off-roading. The next thing you know, you keep saying that. I end up getting like 3 different kind of Forerunners, 3 different kind of 4x4. I'm working on an LC.
And a Lexus? Huh?
That is a Lexus. But then, now I have a store, but, like you said, you let the universe know you shall receive. And yeah, you definitely got to believe it and own it.
Yes.
And work hard to get to it. It doesn't just come, But yeah, I mean, congratulations on that though, for getting that gig. But like they say, when one door closes, another door opens.
Absolutely.
Right.
So yeah, that and you know what? To this day, still thanking them for giving thanking Michael for giving me the opportunity and showing me, and not just me, but all his other trainers there, his knowledge of the whole business.
Right.
And you know what? You know what we learned a lot from him, or what I learned a lot from him, is how to treat people. He gave us a lot of, he gave us a couple books to read, and then he gave just how to listen.
Yeah.
How to treat people, how to greet people. That definitely I learned a lot from him. So kudos to him.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
And you became a trainer there.
yeah, trainer there. And
For how long?
I was there for over 3 years, bro.
So I was there about 3 years, 4 years. So when I was there, you just barely started.
Yeah,
then.
I just started. And I remember, man, it was they put me in my first day. I was training with Sonia. Sonia was kind of like heading the class, and she kind of introduced me to the class. And for those that don't know, Sonia, she's badass trainer, man. I mean, as a trainer,
was she like a part owner or something? Is that
what? I don't.
okay.
I don't know the details in that.
Okay.
I don't know. So
Like, so you were there 3 years.
She was kind of like the master trainer, I'm gonna say,
Okay.
right? So, but I remember my first day. She just it was a sink or swim type of situation. She goes, introduce me. He's gonna do the class, blah blah blah. She goes and sits down, and I'm like, all right, sink or swim. And it was one of those. You gotta own.
You gotta own it.
You gotta own the. What is that word I want to say? Not the situation. You got to own that time, the spotlight was on that. There you go. You got to own that moment. And you know what? I don't give a shit. I did. And it's hard, bro. It's hard being up there. And especially when, you have a trainer as good as Sonia is. And, people are so used to her and her
Yeah.
style, and for you to get up there, and you know you have a lot of eyes on you, and you're just like, oh man, like kind of. Who's this guy? I was just working out with this guy. Now he's trying to train me. And who's this guy?
Yeah.
And so it's definitely hard to put your horse blinders on and get those thoughts out of your mind
And just do it.
and continue doing what you need
Right.
to do. It is very hard. It's you know what I'm saying? It's very unique. And for any individual that's, you know, able to do that, then, you know, you're going to succeed.
So when I, that's crazy because I was I always been DJing, and I had a partner, when I started doing weddings. My partner was the MC. Long story short, we fell off. We parted ways. He did his thing, and then I stayed with my company, Centerpiece Events. We had a lot of bookings moving forward, but then the problem was that I couldn't find a MC. But at that time, as a starting company, my rates wasn't as high to afford someone to cover because I had an agreement with my ex-partner.
Oh.
I just remember that we had a wedding that weekend, or maybe 2 weeks. Oh, I could not sleep, right? Couldn't sleep. Writing down script after script. What should I say? I'm gonna fuck up their last names or their names. I'm gonna freeze up, blah blah blah. But don't get me wrong, I did practice. That I had to practice. But you're right. I had to own that moment. Right when it started, right when I was like in the middle of the dance floor, got the microphone. Oh, it came like second nature.
It was showtime.
It was showtime. It was
it.
like, like, what was I worried about? What the fuck?
Just kind of like, you're trying to coach me for this moment right here, bro. I'm like, bro, I got this. Right?
No, you do.
It's flowing like water, right?
There you go.
Come on.
You might have to start your own podcast.
My own podcast.
There you
I'm
go.
going to invite you over here. But before, I'm going to coach you, and I'm going to be like, hey, say this. Don't do this. Hey, be like this. Yeah. Don't sweat. Hey.
Do 10 push-ups before you go on.
Do some curls right here. Be like my boy Jesse. Before he trained, like he got to get a pump on. Jess, I know you're hearing this. He knows what I'm talking about.
But no, that's good though. Like you own that moment. Like you said, it's not everyone can't do that, can't pull it off. But if you believe in it, it's because you premeditated that already, hundred times in your head.
You know what? It's one of those where put up or shut up, man. And it's something that I said I wanted to do. Here's a moment. Okay, what's up? What you got?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I kind of. It's something that I kind of
attitude to have, man. Some people don't have that shit.
Oh man, you got to have it, bro. Hey, that world out there, man. It'll eat you up.
No, it will.
It'll eat you up, man. That's what I tell my kids, man. It's like, you know what? We got to be a rock. We got to be a rock out there because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get kicked around. You're going to get thrown around. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be that rock to take it. You'll be like some thick skin. You know what I mean? You ain't going to always hear what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? People always ain't going to tell you what you want to hear.
And now, like, people competing, looking at social media and, comparing themselves to what they see. And a lot of shit is bullshit. It's not even real shit. Like what people are going through.
People get caught up in that, bro.
And that ruins people's day.
Yes.
Mentally.
And you know what? And I'm not gonna lie. I'm always on this thing.
Yeah.
I'm always on this thing. But you know what? It's more, and whether I'm lying to myself or justifying, but it's more for business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got to keep promoting the business out there or putting what they call content, right?
I'll put your link underneath so people can follow you.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you. So basically what I'm trying to say is and I've shared this with my wife. I shared this with my kid. I don't think I've shared it with my kids yet, but I've shared it with the clients. It's instant gratification. Once you pull up social media, like you said right now, it's just people. It catches your eye. Oh, man, she looks great. Oh, he's doing that. Oh, he's selling this. Oh, he has his own clothing line. Man, he has 50,000 followers. Oh, and you know what I'm saying? Like, people, it's instant gratification. They want that. They automatically think, I need to have that. And no, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether they have it because they have it for a reason, for whatever, it's their own reason.
Right.
Let them be who they are and let them do what they do. You got to keep doing you, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to keep doing me for the business, the little content that I'm putting out there, but slowly but surely it's building up and it's starting to reach people so that we bring business in. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I mean, it's just, that's all it is. Don't get caught up in that instant gratification. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of excuses too. You know what I mean? Like excuses that, as simple as, to them, like, they know they need to work out. They know they want to look good when they see, something that they want. But they always put some, I always hear that like, I just don't have the time. I don't have, like I have to do this. I got this to do. I got to pick up my dry clean. Like, really? And that's why, sometimes I tell them like, dude, there's a fucking 4:00 class just to let you know. I know people that work at 4:30 just so they could get their gym in and still go to work by 8 or 9.
It's a different lifestyle, man.
It's how bad you want it too.
It's a different lifestyle. There's, especially here in Southern California or just California period, it's so fast paced. I mean, and then with kids and if you have small kids too, and they're heavily involved in sports or extra activities outside of school, forget it, man. I mean, people, and forget the commute some people have. Right. I totally get it. I mean, I can relate to it. I may not be in that situation, but man, like, I wouldn't even want to put myself in that situation. No, just to commute alone.
I think you have a few clients, right? That commutes that's blessed, dude. That they actually go, they pass up all these other gyms.
Right?
And they go to you.
There's so many options out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just the value. And I know we're going all over the place, but it's just the value that you give your clients. You know what I'm saying? Just all the knowledge that's worked that I've learned, but then also what's worked for me, I just turn around and try to share it with others, tweaking it a little here and there for, females and males. And just being genuine about it.
Yeah.
Is I think that's how they receive it. This guy's being real. He ain't here to make a fast buck. He actually cares. And I do.
Right. You do.
I give that tough love. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't waste my fucking time. Yeah. I wish I can say that, but I just said it, but I don't say it to people like that.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? But
they get it.
You know what I mean? But if put it this way, if I'm not, and I think I posted, it's kind of like a meme like this. If I'm not on your ass, worry about when I'm not on your ass versus when I'm on your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that means I care. If I ain't telling you shit, then you should start worrying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you should be like, how come he's not asking me, if I didn't eat this, or if I ate that, or if I didn't work out, or if I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you should start worrying. But it's just the value you give, man. It's like, I love what I do. I love what I do, bro.
Exactly.
I love it.
So you were training at SUF, and I don't know if you want to touch upon it, but obviously from what I know or seen, I don't know the story, but you left or something happened, and then I just saw you start working out in a garage. Before you moved to a dog pound or something, and then you were doing some motivational, not I want to say motivational, but like pumping yourself up videos, I just remember like you're in the car, or you're in your garage, you'd be saying content as far as like I'm gonna start building a class, but I'm gonna do it in my garage. I'm gonna start this day, and then
So in that time, it was the year of December 2017 when unfortunately we just needed to part ways. And
was politics or what?
You know what? I'm just gonna leave it as is. We ended up parting ways.
Okay.
And it was hard. I for a couple of days I thought this was right before Christmas, and so I was like, shit. I guess I'm going back to a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I really thought. I mean, okay, this was fun while it lasted, right? This was great, and little by little, I started receiving messages. Hey, wherever you go, I'll follow you. Let me know where when you get a place, and we're gonna train and this and that. And hey, how much space do you have? Whatever, right? I was training in my garage for a bit. I had a couple private clients that I was training at SUF, and that was something outside. Had nothing to do with SUF, so they would pay me independently, right, personally. And so I needed to fulfill that obligation, and there was I didn't have any other place but my house.
Okay.
I had turned in our garage into kind of like a little small gym. We had enough equipment to get by, and so that finished, and then I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck this. It can't end like this. After I started receiving messages and I started kind of calculating numbers, and so I got an X amount of messages, and I started crunching numbers together, and I said, I think we can do something. And I kind of ran it through.
You know what it is too? It was the momentum. It was the momentum of how you trained. That honest truth is, it was the momentum how you train over there, and when they put the new trainer to do, like, to just put them in there and try to own that moment that we were talking about.
Yeah.
They couldn't own the moment. So a lot of the people that was there was already going, what the fuck? Kind of, the attitude, like, where is he?
Uh-huh.
This is wasting my time. Like, we need Alonso back. Or
Yeah.
we need some guy
Thank
that
you.
could train like that.
Thank you.
So whoever they put, because I was still there, I was still a member, they couldn't own the moment. They couldn't own the moment. It was just like, fuck. You go there, you're pumped because you're used to, the training. That when someone else does it, it's like, what the, it throws you off.
Yeah.
So I feel you, because that's the exact reason why people wanted to message you and say, we'll go wherever you're at, no matter. It wasn't about the equipment. It didn't matter about the facility. It was the intensity of that urge of, like, I'm going to get something this morning, and I'm going to get it no matter what, and he's going to give it to me.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I felt. But I paid a year, so I was like, fuck, I got to be here till my shit's done. But I kind of knew that I was done. Like, when you left, maybe mid-January, I was like, I'm just going to wait it off. I'm done here. I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to sign up.
Okay.
I'm just not feeling it. I'm not getting that intensity, that someone that's going to wake me up, know. And then I did try some other stuff in Long Beach, some other classes. It was cool. It was good. But the way they were training is more like Spartan training, more hardcore boot camp. I didn't see myself doing shit like that. Kind of wanted that family-orientated, but still work hard.
Yeah, for sure.
And fun environment, But also, obviously, it's the key is the trainer. The trainer to that you were used to, or for me, I was used to, and I liked it, So, but yeah, I already kind of knew, like, wherever you went, I at that time. So when I got out of my membership, you already had Dog Pound.
Yes. So So what happened there was, the beginning, actually just a week after that went down over at SUF. It took me about a week. It took me a couple days to actually decide what was going to happen. And after X amount of messages, I said, okay, you know what? This is a good starting point. This is enough to start something. And I was like, okay, now I need a place. And I just started hunting. And, we ended up agreeing. I'm going to say agreeing. Right. We never signed anything. We just agreed. We met with the owner.
At Dog Pound.
There at Dog Pound. Hector Ramirez, known as Sick Dog. Uh-huh. He's a professional MMA fighter. Big dude. Nice guy. And I mean, to take a stranger walking in, never met. I mean, come on. Yeah, he's a nice guy, man. And we met with him, and we told him, like, what I had going on. He's just like, yeah, man, absolutely. I said, these are my hours that I'd like to train. He said, yeah, for sure. It's available. We talked business, and that was it. So we started that in January. And, one thing led to another, like, meaning, gosh, bro, I started off with a handful.
Yeah. I mean, that was crazy.
Just a handful of clients, man.
Yeah.
Handful.
You were still posting.
Yeah.
Even no matter what.
So 2017 is when I got into the whole social media deal. I was always, and for those that know, when I just began training at SUF, I was so anti social media. People would have their phones and they'd be taking pictures. I'd be like, man, put your phone down. You came here to work out and blah, blah, blah. This, this ain't no selfie gym and this and that, right? Oh, now they're probably saying, excuse me, Mr. Social Media guy, Yeah, I bet they're.
No, but
they're
you know
saying
what?
that.
See, the way you took the approach of using social media did go to your advantage, because while we were stuck at what we, at the other place, even though you had a smaller group, the intensity level wasn't there where we were at.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, fuck,
Yeah.
we need to go over there. So I know, obviously there's some people just, wasn't sure yet,
Yeah.
Some,
man, if I walked into Dog Pound and I saw, I'd be like unsure too. But it was totally different from the environment over at SCI, like with the equipment and just the whole layout, and it's different, man. But you know what though? I passed by there the other day. I was telling my wife I dropped off my son because he still boxes, right? He boxes across the street over at Legends, and I came in the back way. So I passed by that it's called Front Street.
Right.
So right there, we do a lot of our workouts right there on Saturday mornings. I was passing by there and I just kind of like looked and just, man, like, I don't know why, but I just kind of like nodded my head. I'm like, yeah, man, like, wow.
Even
like,
that short period of time.
We did that. We were here for a year, man. We were here for a year, and like now we're just blessed with our own place. But like, meaning, guys, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, it doesn't fucking matter where you start. If you're fucking in your room, in your fucking closet,
yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you wanted to make it work, make that shit work. Keep grinding, stay positive. Always, you're gonna get shit left and right, forward, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get like barriers in front of you and shit. But if you truly want it, and if you're in it, you're gonna get through. You're gonna get past that shit, man. So,
dude, when I did fucking P90, I literally only had a space from here to here. That was it.
Nice.
That's in my room. This was like my bed.
Did you complete the program?
I did, and I would run too, and I would wear the whole sweatsuit.
Wait. Did so P90X like require like pull-ups and all that shit? Did you do?
Yeah, I bought the fucking.
Did you do a pull-up though?
No, at that time, I only do one. Like, that was it.
I'm like,
I even have.
I'm asking, right?
Why?
Because
I do like 5 now, 10, something.
I'll just say okay.
No, I do have a video. The first pull up I've done, like at SUF. I have a video of it. I was like, and I mentioned it to my buddies. I was like, look what I can do now, and then one pull up. I was like, shit, cool. But no, but when you did Dog Pound, when I joined with you, what I remember the big difference. Why how good of a trainer you are is I just remember my fucking shirt was soaked at the end, and it wasn't just me. Even like some of the clients, they said, dude, for months at the other gym, my shirt would never be as soaked.
Wow.
Real shit.
Cool. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank
So I mean, I don't remember any different if I was working out any harder from there or from to you. I think the motivation to push you to work harder was there.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say because I'm sure it's no comparison. No, I ain't trying to compare.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. There's some good trainers out there too.
No, I'm not trying to compare nothing. But it's all places, not just these two places. All places, all these gyms and boot camps and gyms and all that, we all do similar exercises, but it's just how you're delivering that.
Yes,
it's a message. It's a message that you're delivering.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, man. There's days that I'm struggling. So meaning when I'm training, there's days that I'm struggling. So when I struggle, it may suck for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not delivering that message strong enough, or that class isn't like as fucking hyped up as, yesterday's class was, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is where I need to begin. And I think I have, duplicate myself. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for us to grow and succeed, we need to be able to duplicate ourselves and show and bring up others to do the same. And people know her as Trey. She's a hell of a trainer. In my eyes, she's surpassed my style by far, and that makes me feel like I've done my job. You know what I'm saying?
No, she's good.
And now, she's very good. And now that we brought Jackie on, she's our newest trainer. I look forward to building her into, a trainer just as strong. And where it is, and I'm not going to say no names, but where it is out on the streets, and
the streets.
Hopefully, this individual watched this podcast, and I'm looking in the camera right now, calling you out. Is interested in training. So if that happens, fuck.
You get a little day off?
No. Bro, I told you I love what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, but I'm saying like adding to the fucking arse. Oh my God.
Mood.
We'd level up big time. So
That's
I don't want to get like all super hyped about it, like because I'm just superstitious that way.
Yeah.
But and then
I mean, you're grinding, man. I mean, if you work hard, it's gonna show.
Yeah.
And again, it rubs to people. It rubs on people. Like if they can't find that energy, they're gonna go find it, right? So if you keep bringing that energy, and they got something, you got something they don't have, they're gonna keep knocking on your door and be like, "Yo, I want to be part of this shit."
And thank God, thank the man up above, man, that it happens till this, it's happening daily on the day. I'll get a message here and there like, "Hey, man, you know what? Where's your spot? What do you got to offer?" And this and that, and these are from old clients that we've.
I told you to get a bigger spot, man. I don't know why you got that spot.
Stop it. This guy, right? Yeah. You're like, oh, man, that's kind of big and this and that. You're fucking making me shit my pants. But
buying all these equipment like yesterday, like, damn. I was like,
bro,
fuck.
You're stocking it up, man.
Yeah, Christmas came early.
You know what, man? We just, again, we got to continue to give value back.
What did you get? What was that stuff?
So we got 4 new machines adding to our arsenal of equipment, which is a Smith machine. We got a glute drive. We have a prone hamstring machine. So those that don't know what a prone is, I kind of touched on my story yesterday, but it's where you lay down at an angle. So we have a seated hamstring machine, but we got the prone one, which is a little bit more effective. So for those trainers out there that have their own gym, I'm sure you guys know, you got to definitely add that to your arsenal. Because they're very unique to find nowadays. It's very hard. They don't make them. So if you have one, it's because it's used. But if you buy a new one,
wow.
Yeah, they're by like kind of like a generic brand or whatnot. So
but you got one. Finally got one.
Yeah, we got one. So and then we got a adductor. So it's a seated where you can kind of squeeze in for your inner thighs.
So a lot of leg.
A lot of leg machines. Yeah, other than the Smith machine where you can kind of do a multi-exercise combinations with that. Yeah, but a lot of our following, and we do have a lot of males. We have a significant amount of males, but for the most part, we have females in our program. And then, all these machines are for our strength training program. So definitely we want to continue to add value to that program. So
Right. So we're hitting the little bit over an hour mark. So where can they find you, and what can they do to join or just get more information? What's the Instagram so they could just get motivated? So
cool.
They could wake up and listen to you at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. So you can begin. I'll begin with our address, which is 14723 Carmenita Road in the city of Norwalk. So we're right behind Lowell's, okay, in that Carmenita Business Square. You can follow us at AVLution. So it's spelled just like Ron's shirt right there.
Right here. I got you on Instagram right here.
Yeah. There it is on the screen right there.
Oh, you got 1K followers.
Look at that, guys.
You got to do a 1K
oh, shit.
Look at that.
Yeah. So that's our newest post right there. Yesterday's is pretty dope. Play that shit right there, man. Shout out to Ernie and Gabe. Medina Media.
You're going to hear lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that we're implementing here.
Yes,
There is
sir.
a balance.
It is
But
a
we
lifestyle.
also
It's
get
a
to
balance
look
too,
good.
man.
We also get to showcase. We also are showing people we got to put in the work though.
That's Trey.
Have a
That's
balanced
it, that's her.
lifestyle.
Right.
Have fun. Have a drink. Have some, the luxury pizzas that people say you can't eat and have a healthy lifestyle. Says who? And let me tell you what. These are facts. These are facts. Statistically known, if you enter a contest or if you enter a challenge and you pay an X amount of money, you're going to lose that weight. But I'll tell you what, you're going to gain that plus much more back
Yep.
after. And this right here is totally opposite because we just continue grinding on the go, and just, it's a lifestyle that we're just in.
It's dope right here. I don't know how they did that. That's dope.
Yeah.
They're kind of like,
Hey.
hey, I like that. So he planned that shit out like that day. These guys are good, man. If you're not following, follow my boys. DM at DM. Go down on that.
I think they have another video here. Let's see here.
If not, let me look him up right here.
Well, I'll add them. Put them on the comments.
DM Ernie 101. DM Ernie 101.
All right.
It's Medina Media. These guys are great, man. They're a bunch of clowns, man. But you know what? They make you feel so comfortable. They make it smooth. So great editing on Gabe's part. And then Ernie's just like the mastermind, like with ideas and shit. Anyways, that whole idea of just kind of they just on the spot, they just thought of that shit, man. It was cool. It was make it so easy, man. So they're really great, really great. Hit them up, man. Hit them up.
That's dope.
So anyway, so at AVLution, and then we have our Yelp page. You can look us up there, and then our AVLution, our website, avlution.com. So there's just different ways that you can contact us. But other than that, man, that's my story, bro.
I think they should just go, man. I think people should just go and not think about it. I mean, that's just my thing. It's like, try it first until you then judge it.
You get a free trial.
Oh, do you?
Free trial.
Oh,
And
that's
then 2 weeks for $25. You can't go wrong, baby.
2 weeks, $25.
Unlimited. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's our niche right there. That's kind of like our hook.
Right.
Reel them in, and you know what I'm saying? We give great classes,
Right.
man. We give great classes. So between Jackie, Trey, and myself, you can't go wrong, man. You just can't go wrong. So classes are filling up. So I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but I'm there at 7 now, anyways. So who knows? I just don't want to overwork my trainers right now, or myself. But who knows? We might add a 7 p.m. class. So,
dope.
yeah.
Okay.
So right now we only have 5 classes. We have for boot camp classes
Okay.
or high intense interval training, however you want to look at it. It's 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 8:30 a.m., 5:15 p.m., and 6:15 p.m. So we offer 5 classes.
And then might be a 6.
And there might be a 6, a 7. So stay tuned for that.
That's dope. So,
Cool.
yeah, man, we're coming to the end, but we're definitely going to have you back. I definitely wanted to, I think a lot of them want to know as far as your take on diet, protein, pre-workout, supplements, everyone, there's so much shit out there.
For
that,
sure, man. For sure.
We could talk about, for hours, but no, we'll keep that, we'll let the watchers get motivated, stay off that.
I asked for Alonso back.
There.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So we can't give it all to them.
No,
we just got to
no.
give them a little taste.
There
You know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? And then just leaves that taste in their mouth. They're just like, fuck.
So if I ever have any,
Give them a call and be like, Ron, get this dude back on, bro.
that exactly. So anytime I do a segment about health, you're my man. You're gonna be my go-to guy to come back. So yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll do that. Any last things before we end the show?
No, man. Hey, I appreciate you. I thank you
thank
for
you,
having.
man.
No, really. This is cool. This is my first time doing something like this. Hopefully, I fulfilled whatever it is that you were looking for, and I
No,
just hit
I
that
think
shit
you
again.
opened up more than I expected. So
Okay,
I
cool.
thank you for sharing. You know, definitely going beyond my expectation, and definitely, you know, hopefully it helps and touch other people.
Yes,
you know
for sure.
that at the end of the day, whatever you go through, I was there. I seen the fucking dark. You know, you could get out of that shit.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
if you really want to get out, you could get out.
Yeah.
You
And,
know.
you know, and for those that didn't know my story and know my story now, and you have any questions or you feel that you guys want to talk to somebody or something, and, you know, I'm here.
Or
Definitely
just
approach
join-
me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, or my wife you guys see her around the gym. She's definitely approachable. She knows the story, obviously, and she's lived that on that hand. So even if you're not that addict or recovering addict, if you're not that, but you're involved with the person that is, and you don't know how to deal with it, or you need help or a way of, she may not know all the answers, like we all don't, right?
Right.
I don't know. I probably didn't come out right, but meaning she's gone through that.
Right.
So she has a little bit of knowledge of kind of.
I mean, the key
what I'm saying?
is to talk about it. You know, holding it in doesn't help. You know,
For sure.
it doesn't help. You know, for me, I'm a talker. Obviously, I fucking started a podcast, so I love to talk. But yeah, when I went through my shit, you know, I had to talk to people. I couldn't hold it in. You know, I think what it is. And the last note is, I just didn't want to feel like I was by myself. You know, going through what I was going through. You know, so knowing that other people went through it and got out of it gives me hope.
For sure.
Gives me hope that, you know, like, hey, it's not too late to work out. It's not too late to fix yourself. It's not too late to chase your dreams. You know,
And it begins with yourself.
and
begins with yourself.
and accepting.
That's it.
And forgiving yourself and
That's it,
accepting all your
yes.
failures too.
Big words right there, man.
Yeah.
Big words. Forgiving yourself, forgetting, and starting over.
Right.
that's it.
So
Cool.
yeah, just get up the couch and start, working out. And
Yeah, work out. AVLution, baby.
Evolution, Norwalk. All right, man. Thank
So,
you.
Is there like gonna be like music playing off and then fading?
No,
out?
we just end. Like, so your watch is like,
Ah.
boom, that's it.
That's it. Oh, you should play some music like that. Oh my bad.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh, my ears hurt. Yeah. How was that?
Yeah, that was perfect. Thank you.